Okay, I'm at the entrance to Big Cave. I haven't been here in a long time. Hopefully I can remember a reasonable way in. I remember only the entrance is a bit tight, so I didn't bother to bring knee pads. Hopefully that's not a mistake. Oh well. See if I can get down here without breaking my knees too badly. All right, I'll leave my camera on the low setting for a second. Okay. See, I'm going backwards because it's downhill. But, yeah. There we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah. That's weird. I thought there was another way in that was harder. Interesting. Okay. Looks like it's a nice dry cave. Seems pretty warm too. So as soon as I get over this one rock, I can stand up, take a leisurely stroll through here. Now this is a huge cave. I know my flashlight's not going to be able to light it all up. So I'm going to just stay to the edge, light up part of it at a time. Keep my eyes open for bats. Okay, here's the sign-in sheet. I haven't signed in yet. When I get back, I'll sign in. Sign out. One thing I want to point out, though, let me turn on my flashlight. Okay, so look at this. The ceiling is curving down. Nice and dry up here, but look at this. The floor is sloping down, too. So I'm actually pretty high right now. So let me see if I can climb down here. This cave has a lot of big rocks, loose rocks. It's an obstacle course. All right, so let me turn around, get oriented, make sure I know the way out. Okay, so that little hole there, that's the way out. Oops, there's a bat flying. Okay, I'm gonna lower my light for a second. I didn't even see the bat till he flew in front of me. I'm gonna go on down here, get away from him. Okay. All right. I think the room's big enough. The bat can figure out how to avoid me. This time of year, the bats aren't hibernating. They're just sleeping. If I disturb him, he can go away. He'll figure out how to avoid me. Yeah. But yeah, look at the size of this room. Notice it's not really tube-shaped at all. Just sort of a big room. Let's see if I can get through here. I was gonna stay to the right, but it looks a little bit difficult. The boulders here. This is a huge boulder scramble here. I probably should have worn knee pads. Make it easier to climb up and down the rocks. Oh well. Okay, here we go. I was holding my gimbal crooked. Excuse me. There we go. So I'm at a curvature in the cave, like a corner. So there's the entrance. I don't even see natural light anymore. Notice how high up I am. It's a huge cave. Look at that. That white stuff, that's cave slime. People have been writing their names in it. Oh well. But anyway, the thing is, I'm on top of a rock now. Look where I am. Even here, it's like a 6-foot drop. I really don't want to do that. So I need to figure out how to go around. I think I'll go ahead and climb up here to the right. If I can figure out how. can't really plan on going straight lines through the caves. You have to follow the terrain. It's not like there's a trail in here to follow, so you have to be careful. Create your own path, hopefully without damaging the cave. Oops, or spooking the bats. See, even right here, look at this. There's a gap between rocks. It's like 10 feet down. So if I could slip, I could fall down there. So I need to decide, do I want to climb up here to the right or down there to the left? Either way is going to be a little bit tricky. Up here, I'm closer to the ceiling. So not only do I have to watch where I put my feet, I have to watch where I put my head. So I got a 3D obstacle course here. The ceiling is nice and bright because the cave slime on it. The rock itself looks like it's mostly reddish brown. It's kind of pretty by rock standards, you know, grading on a curve. Anyway. Oops. Oops, I touched the cave slime again. The wall is covered with cave slime. I'm trying not to touch it, but I used it to brace myself. Whoops. Alrighty then. Oh wow, this is kind of cool. Let me find a good place to stand where I'm safe relatively. Look at this, on the ceiling here, there's a couple of small stalactites. I can't even sure if those are lava stalactites, like they formed when this thing was molten, or if they're actually mineral deposits. Either way, it kind of makes sense since it's such an old wet cave. Okay, so since the cave is so big, I can't really light up the whole walls and ceiling very well. I'm mostly going to go through, I'll make a video of the rocks. Probably won't be the most interesting video, but you'll get the idea of how colorful the rocks are. At least it'll be well lit. And then you can also get an idea of how this cave's a bit difficult. Definitely, I wouldn't bring a beginning caver here until they've gone through some easier caves. Make sure that they know about watching their footing in small rocks, medium rocks, large rocks, loose rocks. See, even here, there's like gaps down there. I could probably crawl down there. For all I know, that's not a dead end. Maybe the best part of the cave's down there. Who knows? It's leveled out a bit here. It's a little bit easier. The cave here, the ceiling is like 30 feet tall. And the wall, the far wall is like 40 or 50 feet away. It's huge. Notice it's still sloping down though. Excuse me. These humid caves, especially the cold ones, make me have a runny nose. So every time you're listening to my cave videos, you can hear me sniffing. Don't worry, I'm not sick. I'm just, I don't know, reacting to the weather. Like rheumatism, I guess. Oops, hang on. There's some loose rocks here. But yeah, look at this. I'm like at the top of a slope